Don't know about you, but we're suckers for a happy ending. So if sappy sweet isn't your thing, then look away, because this week's show is a twist on Happily Ever After. Our centerpiece is a family affair, one that almost never happened, a mystery unraveled thanks to some scientific sleuthing.
You don't have people that look like you in your family. You don't have any medical history. Every time you fill out a doctor's form, you don't have anything. So you have the same sort of questions.
Then remember when Harry met Meghan? A local tea shop is celebrating the union of a fairy tale couple and the birth of a new royal.
We have English people that live here that will come in with their top hats and their tails, and we'll have a lot of women that are picking out their fascinators to go with their dresses.
Then a love of fine food leads to much more for a Southwest Florida couple. 1 year after their first meeting, they embark on a life together. We'll have those stories along with the latest in our Positively Healthy Medical series. I'm Amy Osher, and this is Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. Thanks for joining us. It was a reunion years in the making and truly amazing that it took place at all. A Naples woman went to the internet to find a family she never knew. It was no secret that Amanda Jaron's father spent his first days in an orphanage before going home with the family that raised him.
My father was adopted. My father always knew he was adopted, and we knew he was adopted.
It was something that never seemed to bother John Beatty.
Growing up, he always said he didn't care who his biological family was because he was happy with his adopted family.
As time went on, the interest in his family tree grew.
He was about 40 years old, and at that time he did go back to the orphanage to find, to have a file open to see if he could find anyone. As it turns out, his biological mother had passed away prior to him finding her. The history that we got was that my father's biological mother never married either, so there were no other siblings or no cousins, and certainly kind of a dead end. This is how I remember him.
John died in 2004 at age 54. His biological family still a mystery. It fell to Amanda to find her father's relatives.
You don't have people that look like you in your family. You don't have any medical history. Every time you fill out a doctor's form, you don't have anything. So you have the same sort of questions.
With the internet as her search engine, she took a chance on Ancestry.com.
I actually ordered the test and sent it off and waited.
Then this happened.
I couldn't believe it when it started to populate names, and even sitting here I get goosebumps because I realized that my number 1 and my number 2 match were related, and there was no question in my mind that I had found my father's family at that moment.
She emailed the connections and everything fell into place. Those first branches were her dad's half-brother and nephew, the distant family coming into focus. Their physical similarities were striking.
This is my brother, my father.
Well, and the fact that they all wore their, have the same beard
pattern.
They have
the same hair,
too.
I mean, they have the same eyebrows, the same hair pattern, the same color.
Yeah. They pieced together a family history. John Beatty was born in New Jersey and grew up near his blood relations in New York, but there was an added twist that Amanda wasn't prepared for. Her lost line of relatives were also in Florida now.
Many of them live in the same town, or virtually the same town that I grew up in, where my father chose to raise us. So he was living among his blood relatives for many years and had no idea.
More than 6 decades after his birth, John's family was united for the first time.
As luck would have it, the family reunion happens every year in the same town that I went to high school in. So just a few weeks ago, I was able to meet many of them.
This snapshot of Amanda and her cousins speaks volumes.
That picture to me is so, I've just never felt that sense of calmness.
The circle was now complete. John Beatty had 9 half-siblings, a big family only happy to welcome him home.
And I think he would have come, yeah. I know he was happy.
This isn't just any family, but Britain's royal family is a constant source of fascination. The blue-blooded brood continues to grow and multiply. Although we're a world away, the royally obsessed can still get their fill and enjoy a time-honored British tradition. Pinky's out. It's time to brush up your manners and put on some polish for Britain's big wedding. Brambles in downtown Naples is throwing a royal tea party.
Ever since we put the word out about our celebration here in the tea room, the response has been everyone wants to be a part of it.
Who doesn't want a good reason to throw back tea on a Saturday afternoon?
We've found that through the years that people do get pretty excited and they like to talk about no matter what's going on, whether there's a new baby or there's a wedding coming up.
It's fitting that much of the buzz here is regally rooted.
It's a commemorative mug. It's fine bone china, imported in from England. We brought in over 100 and we've already gone through half of them.
This authentic British tea room is leaving nothing on the table, pulling out the fine china for Prince Harry's marriage to Meghan Markle.
Mickelson's Bakery is making us a banana wedding cake like they're going to do at the wedding. It's a close resemblance. We have fudge love truffles that we are going to have. We have our traditional English scone that we've been baking here, the same recipe for 20 years, made from scratch every day. And we have Devon clotted cream that comes imported into us.
May 19th is the big day for Harry and Meghan, but April 23rd will also go down in history as the day a new prince came into the world. Do you think that Kate's trying to steal some of the thunder from the wedding day by having a baby right before?
No, I think it's just, it's a true family. That's what happens with families sometimes.
If they're just like us, why are people going so crazy?
Well, I think we're all following it.
And the ladies who lunch have good taste.
The attire is interesting, but also who shows up, who was invited, who shows up. Different family members with their children, love to see them because the English dress their children in such a beautiful way.
I couldn't agree more. My head will explode if Princess Charlotte is in the wedding. Maybe it's the fairy tale aspect that keeps us clutching our scones and the fact that we've watched these monarchs for so many years.
I do enjoy these types of events. I think they're special. They just add a different slant to things, especially since Harry is finally settling down with a lovely American woman.
That's a topic certain to stir debate in the tea room. So you have a lot of people from Britain here. Anybody kind of troubled that he's marrying an American girl?
Oh, sure. We have a lot of that, too.
Only time will tell whether this marriage will end up happily ever after, but the very occasion is enough to join people together for a noble celebration.
We have English people that live here that will come in with their top hats and their tails, and we'll have a lot of women that are picking out their fascinators to go with their dresses, and we're trying to present them with one of the best teas we've ever done.
Happy endings are pretty common in the movies, but a new theater that just opened in Estero features films that literally move people from beginning to end. You can find the area's first 5D theater at the Miramar Outlet Mall. It's called Amazing Things, and it's like nothing you've ever seen. This micro theater only holds about a dozen people and gives them an immersive experience. The news press recently went in for a look.
It's a 5D theater, and 5D is not very well known in the United States. It's actually fairly popular throughout Asia, Europe, India. And what a 5D theater is, it's a 3D movie that then has seats that move along with the action on the screen, and then it has in-room effects like smoke and rain and lightning and snow and bubbles. And so essentially what we've done is we've taken those films and we've categorized them into 3 categories, and we're calling them amazing adventure, amazing speed, and amazing journey.
Okay.
You know, our amazing speed is where we really put our highest intensity motion films in. And that would those would be like roller coaster simulations or race car type of simulation. And it's actually an AC servo motor control system. And each row of seats, there's 4 seats in a row, and that row has 2 servo motors, electric motors, controlling the 4-way motion of that row.
Still ahead, she was a widow, he was a widower. They shared a common passion that led to love. The story is up after the break.
Don't miss the final days of Behr's half-off sale. Half off select brands, half off the newest designs. Styles, we've got them all. Classic to coastal, contemporary to cottage, and everything in between. Shop now for half off brands like Natuzzi, Bernhard, Broyhill, Hooker, and more. Check out these beautiful Stanley designs at 55% savings. $50 million of furniture and accessories ready for immediate delivery. Behr's half-off sale. Don't miss the final days.
Hiring the right moving company is important. Best Moving and Storage is a family-owned and operated business serving Southwest Florida for over 22 years. From our free in-home estimate until the last piece of furniture is in your new place or stored in our climate-controlled warehouse, we treat you like family. Best Moving and Storage is fully licensed and insured, with all of our employees being certified drivers and packers. When it comes to protecting your treasured belongings, choose a company that's experienced and trustworthy. Call Best Moving and Storage today at 239-592-6565.
Life here is amazing, and so is the joint care. At the Total Joint Center at Physicians Regional Healthcare System, we've changed the experience of joint replacement for good. With our comprehensive joint care program, most hip and knee replacement patients return home in just 2 days, because we know you want to get on with your active life. Pain-free living starts at Physicians Regional Medical Center, Collier Boulevard, and Physicians Regional Medical Center, Pine Ridge.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom-designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida, and now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
The area's only 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting for the care you need. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. Only at Physicians Regional Healthcare System.
Is your auto insurance keeping pace with your life? Ask for a AAA Triple Check Insurance Review to see if your current policy is still a good fit. An agent will assess changes in your life, like new vehicles or drivers. Make sure you've got the right coverage and all the discounts you deserve. They'll also see how a AAA membership can round out your protection on the road. Plus, provide roadside assistance, discounts, free services, and vacation extras. Ask for your AAA Triple Check today.
The word hematuria refers to the presence of blood in the urine. While it's certainly not normal, most times it's harmless. Still, doctors want to know the cause to rule out any serious health conditions. Here's the latest in this week's Positively Healthy. Seeing red, blood in the urine can be a red flag, signaling any number of health conditions.
You can't just dismiss it. As you start to see the blood in the urine, we usually find a reason for it.
Board-certified urologist Alexander Rosen stresses that it's important to reveal your findings so your doctor can determine its cause.
Whether it's a little blood vessel in the bladder or in a man in the prostate that's bleeding, kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and then the big one that we're always ruling out is cancer.
Gross hematuria, which is actually seeing red or pink in the urine, is typically easier to track, but many times blood in the urine is found in trace amounts and only picked up in testing.
So microscopic hematuria we're less likely to find something causing it. And it doesn't mean you shouldn't evaluate it, but there are a number of patients who walk around and just have this normally, and this is their own physiology. They have some blood in their urine. It's only seen under a microscope. But to know that you're in that population, you have to be evaluated to get there safely.
By inserting a small camera, doctors can get a better read on your insides, looking for tumors or other abnormalities.
And you certainly find them with very minimal presentation. So patients who have microscopic blood, they've never had a symptom, they were just told by one of their physicians that they have blood. We take a look in the bladder as part of the workup.
The good news is cancer is only found in a fraction of cases, but you won't know unless you undergo an evaluation, making it important to investigate a red alert. A year ago, they were strangers who shared a love of fine food. Now they're a married couple joined together in a surprise ceremony. Reporter Ashley Collins tells the story of the Naples couple who took the plunge after first meeting at an Epicurean dinner a year ago. 75-year-old bride Lacey King and her 81-year-old groom Alan Goodridge surprised guests who thought they were taking a dinner cruise aboard the Naples Princess and were instead treated to a wedding. Most are members of the Naples branch of the International Chaîne de Rôtissiers, which is a group devoted to fine food and drink. The former widow and widower met at last year's dinner in celebration of World Chaîne Day. You can read more about them and this fine dine group by visiting naplesnews.com. Here's a preview of other stories we're covering on The Beat. Guys?
Thanks, Amy. So now that Collier County Commissioners have narrowly approved a measure to ask voters if they want to increase the sales tax, we're going to dig into exactly what it will take to get this thing approved. The sales tax referendum faces an uphill battle. Voters will decide in November if they want to increase it 1 percentage point from 6% to 7%. But now it faces opposition from 2 of the 5 county commissioners and increasingly organized opposition among citizens. The Collier County Republicans have come out against it, and a number of other groups here locally. The tax itself would raise $420 million for the county government and help them start a number of road projects and bigger community priority projects much sooner than they otherwise could. So find out more about it on naplesnews.com.
Hi, I'm Shelby Reynolds. I'm a food reporter at the Naples Daily News. This week I interviewed the woman behind Purple Spoon Culinary Kitchen for a new series called Behind the Dish. I talked to Christina Sanfilippo about what inspires her to cook and how those inspirations translates to the dishes she makes each day. Read that story in Wednesday's Naples Daily News or online at naplesnews.com.
Hi, this is Tad Mass with the Naples Daily News. This week I've been working on a story about Billy Norris, a soldier who just returned from Eastern Europe. While there, he stumbled across a wounded dog in the streets. He decided to take it to a vet who determined that he needed to hack off a leg. The now 3-legged dog and Billy became pretty good friends while he was over there, and he ended up deciding to take it home after his deployment. However, some complications with the flight led to him not having the required over $4,000 needed. So a GoFundMe campaign was made. He made about half the money, and a program came in to help cover the rest of the costs. The dog is now coming soon to Fort Myers, and hopefully they should be reunited sometime this week. Read more on naplesnews.com to find the rest of the story.
Hi, my name is Ashley Collins. I'm a reporter with the Collier Citizen. This past week, I got a sneak peek at Theater Zone's musical, Baby. The musical is the last show of the 2017-18 season for Theater Zone, which is on the campus of the Community School of Naples. There are plenty of seats available for this fun, humorous, somewhat dramatic musical that takes place on a college campus. For more on the story and to find out what tickets are available, visit naplesnews.com.
Hey everyone, Dave Osborne, Regional Features Editor. I just interviewed Vicki Lawrence. She was on the Carol Burnett Show for years, and now she's coming to Southwest Florida. May 4th, Friday night, she'll be at the Southwest Florida Events Center. Half of her show is autobiographical, talking about her career. The other half is she performs as the character Mama, and that was on the Carol Burnett Show, and also she had her own TV show, Mama's Family. So once again, look for my story on Vicki Lawrence at naplesnews.com.
I'm Harriet Height, arts and entertainment writer for the Naples Daily News and naplesnews.com. I have to credit my brilliant colleague Marianne Battle with this one. Hamiltonize. It's hard to say, but it's what's happening to Shakespeare. This year, I reported on a Shakespearean play in Ave Maria that had its own hip-hop group. And contemporary music came to Artist Naples with another one. The story came out Friday, and you can read it on naplesnews.com.
A happy ending to our newsroom visit comes courtesy of Brent Batten. He's here with this week's commentary.
Thanks, Amy. For centuries, snakes have gotten a bad rap. When someone has bad luck, they're said to be snake bit. A dishonest person is a snake in the grass. St. Patrick is credited with ridding Ireland of snakes. There's even an account of a snake being responsible for humans' exile from the Garden of Eden. But when it comes to snakes, particularly pythons, in the Everglades, their bad reputation is well deserved. Pythons not native to the area are wreaking havoc on the native animal populations and threatening to disrupt the ecosystem. There's no end biologists won't go to rid the glades of these predators. Take, for example, last week's story of Argo, the male python released with a surgically implanted homing device. Scientists tracked him to find a 100-pound female python about to lay eggs. They captured and killed her, then sent Argo loose to find more victims. A few days later, they found him with 7 more pythons, all summarily executed. I'm no lawyer, but shouldn't you have to get a warrant or something before you can implant someone with a tracking device and start following them around? It doesn't seem right, even when the someone is a snake. Is Argo required to tell his fellow pythons the assassins are right behind him? Does he have a moral obligation to stay away from other pythons? Radio tracking is just one of the tactics being used to try to eradicate the python from the Everglades. Traps and bounty hunters are among the others. It seems centuries of bad reputation are coming back to haunt the species. You might say, it's snake bit. I'm Brent Batten. Be sure to read my columns on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays in the Naples Daily News. Check me out on Facebook, and as always, thanks for watching.
Coming up, they're looking for love and forever homes. Local shelter cats doing a little down dog. That's ahead on Behind the Headlines.
The area's only 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting for the care you need. And because we're full-service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. Only at Physicians Regional Healthcare System.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom-designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida, and now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
Hiring the right moving company is important. Best Moving and Storage is a family-owned and operated business serving Southwest Florida for over 22 years. From our free in-home estimate until the last piece of furniture is in your new place or stored in our climate-controlled warehouse, we treat you like family. Best Moving and Storage is fully licensed and insured, with all of our employees being certified drivers and packers. When it comes to protecting your treasured belongings, choose a company that's experienced and trustworthy. Call Best Moving and Storage today at 239-592-6565.
Life here is amazing, and so is the joint care. At the Total Joint Center at Physicians Regional Healthcare System, we've changed the experience of joint replacement for good. With our comprehensive joint care program, most hip and knee replacement patients return home in just 2 days, because we know you want to get on with your active life. Pain-free living starts at Physicians Regional Medical Center, Collier Boulevard, and Physicians Regional Medical Center, Pine Ridge.
Is your auto insurance keeping pace with your life? Ask for a AAA triple check insurance review to see if your current policy is still a good fit. An agent will assess changes in your life, like new vehicles or drivers. Make sure you've got the right coverage and all the discounts you deserve. They'll also see how a AAA membership can round out your protection on the road. Plus, provide roadside assistance, discounts, free services, and vacation extras. Ask for your AAA triple check today.
Don't miss the final days of Bear's half-off sale. Half off select brands. Half off the newest designs. Styles, we've got them all. Classic to coastal, contemporary to cottage, and everything in between. Shop now for half off brands like Natuzzi, Bernhard, Broyhill, Hooker, and more. Check out these beautiful Stanley designs at 55% savings. $50 million of furniture and accessories ready for immediate delivery. Bear's half off sale. Don't miss the final days.
One of Naples' oldest fine dining restaurants was on life support just a few years back and left struggling to recover. But now it's getting a new lease on life as the pewter mug goes on the move. For almost 50 years, the pewter mug has served as a local landmark. The 70s-era restaurant hosted its share of prom goers and special occasions. Sitting along US 41 in North Naples, it seemed time passed it by. Over the years, more trendy restaurants popped up and the pewter mug took a back street, even closing for a time. But this story may just have a happy ending. Tim Ayton is reporting the mug is moving about 2 miles up the road to a bigger location near the Collier-Lee County line. Its last dinner service in the old location was last night. Its second coming is expected sometime in May. You can keep up with it by following Tim's In the Know column in the Naples Daily News. Fun thing about yoga is you can take it just about anywhere, even to an animal shelter. And starting last week, Collier's Domestic Animal Services Shelter opened its doors to a kitty yoga class. Turns out cats are perfect pals to stretch out with and relax. These cat snaps were captured by our Daily News photographers. Yoga classes like these are taking place all over the country. They bring positive energy to the shelters, and hopefully some of the kitties will find their own mat to roll around on in a forever home. And finally, Southwest Florida is famous for its happy endings in the form of beautiful sunsets. With a camera phone almost always in hand, it's just so easy to snap a great picture. We're going to wind this show out with some of your pictures sent into our website and social media. You're always welcome to catch up on past editions by logging on to naplesnews.com. On the homepage, scroll down to quick links and select Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. See you back here next week. No, any cold feet, anything like that, any jitters? Now here's the real question. What are you doing for your bachelor party? He's not saying. Okay. Well, I look like he's ready for the wedding right now.